So, I want to take a minute and talk about goal setting. Goal setting is super important. I am a firm believer of not only goal setting for the big things, but goal setting for the small things. I think it's like you think goals and you think, okay, I want to make goals to lose 100 pounds or to pay off my college debt, right? But we also need to set goals just in life. Like, I have a goal to work out 3 times a week, or I have a goal to make sure I eat vegetables every single day, or that I read 10 chapters of a book every single day. Goals are important, big, small, wide, whatever it may be. Goals are super important. And I want to take some time and just break down some specifics of goal setting, some helpful tips to help you be successful, and just all the things surrounding goal setting. And I feel like one of the things that's really important to remember with goal setting is you have to make a decision of what you want your goal to be. It is in the point of decision that our destiny is made. So decide what it is that you want. What do you want out of life? What do you want, in this life that you were given? We have the ability to be so wonderful and to really maximize our potential. And I feel like sometimes people fear goal setting because they don't feel like they're good enough or they don't feel like they deserve it. Friend, you deserve everything in the world and more. You just have to allow yourself to get that. So don't be afraid of goal setting. Don't be afraid of wanting something more, because that goal that you set, you'll be able to then take action steps to get to that goal. So again, first make a decision what you want that goal to be. Another thing that I love to do with goal setting is set smart goals. So rather than setting a goal of I want to work out 3 times a week, set a smart goal. So what do I mean by a smart goal? It's actually an acronym, and that stands for specific, measurable, achievable, realistic, and then time frame. So I want to break that down. So when you're setting a goal, rather than, let's say, setting maybe a small goal, and I will say smart goals are a lot more beneficial for a little bit bigger of goals. So let's say you have a goal of losing 5% body fat in a year, or whatever that may be. We're going to figure out that time frame in the smart goal, but let's just say that's your goal. Okay, so actually let's take that goal and go through the process. So you want to lose 5% body fat. Okay, so how do we break down the SMART goal? So let's first go specific. Okay, what is my specific of that? I want to lose 5% body fat. So that's actually being specific. So rather than saying, I want to lose weight, we are specific in the sense of, I want to lose 5% body fat. Okay, and the reason why we do that is for part two in the SMART goal is measurable. We want to be able to measure our goal, right? Because if you don't have something to measure against, how do you know if you're getting to your goal? How do you know if your action steps are the right action steps to get to your goal, right? Let's say you set a goal to lose 5% body fat, or not even you want to lose body fat, but you don't have it measurable, then you don't really know if you're actually achieving your goal or not, right? So, measurable. I want to lose 5% body fat. So rather than saying I want to lose body fat, I want to lose 5% body fat so you can measure it. Achievable. Are you setting a goal that is achievable for you? Are you setting a goal that is way too realistic? For example, do you have 12% body fat and you want to lose 5? That's a little unhealthy, friend. So find something that's realistic. That's achievable, right? Is it achievable for you, especially given your circumstances? If you're wanting to lose all this body fat percentage, but you don't have the time in the day to exercise as much or to eat a good diet, maybe we go from 5% to 1%, right? We want to make it so it's achievable, because here's the thing with achievable goals. If you set these goals that are so big and lofty that you never, ever, ever achieve them, I don't know about you guys, but I need to check. I need to do things. And if I don't, I get very down on myself. It's a part of my personality trait. If I feel like I'm failing, I actually climb into my shell and I don't want to do anything else. But if I feel like I'm winning, if I feel like I'm achieving things, I keep going. So I personally, myself, I don't know about you guys, but personally, I like to make smaller goals and make goals more often than make a bigger, loftier goal and only make one or two goals. I'd rather work my way up. Okay. So we want to make it achievable. The R in SMART is realistic. So again, this is kind of similar to achievable. Is it realistic for you? Think about that, because if it's not realistic, we're almost going back to the idea of then you're not going to celebrate that win. Okay. If you set the goal to, let's say, lose for 5% body fat, but you're pregnant, is that realistic? No, it's not. Okay. So make sure it's realistic. And then finally set a time frame. So I want to lose 5% body fat in 365 days, or in 3 months, or in 6 months, or by the end of the year. Okay. So you can actually measure it in a time frame, but also keep in mind with the time frame that we're being realistic and that we're setting it so it's achievable, right? If you want to lose 5% body fat in 3 days, sorry, friend, that is not realistic. That is very hard to be achieved. And if it is being achieved, it's very, very, very unhealthy for you. So, SMART goals are a really, really great way to set goals for you to have more complexity to your goals. And again, another part of goal setting, it doesn't have to be these big, lofty goals. You can set smaller goals to keep getting closer to the big goal. So even think about it of you're going to set a roadmap. So something that I like to do. So for example, I'm going to, I just I just drew this on a piece of paper. Here's going to be where I am now. Here's going to be my big goal. Okay. So if my big goal, like what is the number one thing that I want this year? I don't know. Let's say it is to lose weight, right? Set a specific goal, things like that. Like if I want to lose 50 pounds by the end of the year, okay? Well, what are some other smaller goals, right? Because if this is 50 pounds is a lot of weight, y'all. We want to set a little bit smaller of a goal to give us wins. But that doesn't mean I can't set this big goal. Big goals are good. But again, don't forget to celebrate those small wins. So what you can do is you could set, let's say, 3 goals. So goal number 1, goal number 2, goal number 3, that all have to relate to our big goal. So, first goal is I want to lose 20 pounds, or I want to lose 10 pounds. And then maybe I want to lose 3% body fat. And then maybe I want to lose 35 pounds, right? However that's going to look. And then you really then can celebrate, because what if you say you want to lose all this weight and then you realize that you're gaining muscle, so you're actually gaining weight, but then in the meanwhile, you spent all this time setting this big goal, when in all reality, that goal maybe shouldn't be to lose 50 pounds. Maybe that should be to lose a certain percentage of body fat. And you kind of figure that out in your roadmap. So it's okay to set a big goal and then set smaller goals so you can celebrate those, because you deserve to be celebrated. You're doing a great thing by accomplishing goals. You deserve to be celebrated and to celebrate those wins and to be proud of yourself, because you should be proud of yourself. We are amazing human beings. We go through a lot. I don't know you. I don't know your story. And you don't know me or my story, but I can tell you that we all live crazy lives and that goals are hard, especially the older we get, especially when we're raising a family, or we have other people to take care of, or we've got a full-time job, or we've got school, whatever that may be. We're all busy people. Everyone is busy. But we all deserve to live a life that we're fulfilled from. And we can get that fulfillment by setting goals and by working towards really exciting things. So again, we've got our processes, but another thing that I want to talk about to help with goals is action steps to get to your goals. I love the concept of goal setting and finding your big goal and finding 3 daily action steps that you can do every single day to hit your goal. Because here's why. There's a really good number, about 3. It's not too much to where you're going to be overwhelmed and you're not going to do it, right? Because have you ever had a list of like 100 things to do and you look at it and you're like, yeah, no thanks. I'll see you later, right? That's a lot. But If you see a list that's maybe one thing and it's like, okay, is that really valuing me just doing one thing? So 3 things is a really good magical number. If you can do 3 daily action steps every single day to get to your goal, you will find success. Every day, every single day, 3 daily action steps, even if they're little, even if you're looking at your schedule and you're going, holy bejesus, I do not have any time for anything today. You can find 3 daily action steps as simple as drink 3 glasses of water. That's not very time consuming, right? Or, you know, walk outside for 10 minutes, right? Get up an extra 10 minutes early, walk to the mailbox and back 5 times, and there you go, right? 3 daily action steps every single day to get to your goal. This will help you find your roadmap to your goal. Because if you're not doing things, you can set all the goals and you want as you want. I don't care how many goals you set. If you aren't doing things to get to your goal, well, you're not going to get that goal, right? I could sit there and say I want to lose 5% body fat, but if I sit on the couch every single day and do nothing, it doesn't care how smart my goal was, or how attainable my goal was, or how small it was. If I'm not doing action steps to get to that goal, I'm not going to get there. So, action steps are important. They don't have to be 100 action steps a day. 3 daily action steps every single day to get to your goal. Another thing that's really helpful with goals is remind yourself of those goals. Don't just set it and forget it. Set it, put it as a background of your computer, put sticky notes on your mirror when you brush your teeth so you're reminded every single day. Put a background on your phone or set a daily text message reminder. 8 p.m. every single night, it's going to text you your goal, right? Remind yourself of that goal. Again, don't just set it and forget it. You want to remind yourself because here is the power of the mind. The more we remind ourselves, the more it becomes our subconscious. So the more we're seeing it and we're believing it and we're really, really immersed into that goal, the more you actually subconsciously will be more aware of it and you'll naturally find yourself doing things. Like I find myself naturally drinking water all the time because I know that's an action step to get to my goal. And I'll just be sitting there having conversations with people, which I should have my water bottle with me, but I don't right now. And I'll just sit there and like drink out of my straw subconsciously, but I know because every single day I know that I have to drink a gallon of water every single day. That's a personal goal for myself. So make sure you set the goal and don't forget it. You remind people about it. Another thing that you can do if you need help with that reminder is tell people about it. The more people that are there to support you, the better. If you have a spouse or a partner or a child who, you want to be a part of this goal, you don't have to be embarrassed of it. Put it out there. I recently launched a podcast and I knew I had this goal. This was a very important goal for me this year. And I set the goal and I knew I wanted it, but I knew if I put it out there on the universe for everyone to know, that was also putting a deadline on it and it was actually making it so I made sure it happened. So I told my social media followers, hey, I'm launching a podcast by the end of the year. Hold me to it. And people did. My fiance did. My friends did. They held me accountable. So don't be afraid to tell people. And if it's something that you're afraid of, like a goal that you're maybe it's a lot, tell someone that you trust and love. You don't have to blow it out to the whole world, right? You don't have to tell the whole world, but tell the people that love you because they're your support system and they are here to help you. So again, let people know about it. And then the last thing I really want to hit on is assess it regularly. And we did kind of talk about that a little bit here when we kind of said, because obviously if you sit there and make a goal that's not going to be maybe attainable, then you go back and you edit it. But when you assess that goal, you can check in with yourself, right? Did I make it too big? Did I make it too small? Did I set the deadline a little too close or did I set it a little too far away? All these things is important when you're assessing it. So don't just remind yourself of it daily, check in. So if you have a goal that's in 365 days, maybe check in once a month, see where you're at with it, right? If you have a goal that's in a month, maybe check in once a week. If you have a goal that's in 7 days, check in every single day, right? Make sure you're reassessing it, assessing it, and making sure that you're really being honest with yourself of that goal. Trust me, I'm a firm believer of believing in ourselves and setting that goal that's big and scary. But I'm also a firm believer of setting those little goals because we all deserve to celebrate those wins. And all those little goals help us get to that big goal. So, my challenge for you right now is to set some goals. Set a smart goal. Set a goal that is something that you really want out of life because you deserve it, friend. You deserve a life that is so fulfilling. We all do. And because of that, you deserve to really, really, really maximize your potential. So set that goal, friend. You got it.